This is going to be another part for Miss Candace Craig, who murdered her mother. So, going off the storyline I just did, it could have been her adopted mother, not her biological one. I don't know for sure. Only she knows. But still, let's just flow. Deck 2 and deck 5. So we have, she is animalistic, controlling, dominating to her mother, or her mother was to her. Strike that. A man was. Whoever he was. It was time for her to begin and go ahead with her life. Okay? It was transporting some kind of drugs or infection. Okay? She had to see her worth and her ambition. Because it says right here, are her leaders her God, whoever the leaders are in her life. Because was she molded by a certain kind of religion? Right? So, yeah. Let's just flow right here. So we had someone who temporarily abused their power, and that would be Miss Craig. But gradually a court date going to come for Miss Craig and her daughter, Miss Hardy. Because some kind of way her mother might have been saying something to her, and she said, me too. Anything like that. Or she told her daughter something, and her daughter just agreed with it, and that is, help me to get rid of your grandma. Because she decided to wash her hands on an African American, and that was her mother. Miss Craig did. She wanted to be her mother at her own game, so she rose to the occasion to be her mother at her own game because her mother was replacing her. Her mother was either trying to move out and go to a facility, or her mother was going to replace her with another nurse caregiver. Follow me? That would make her lose her home, lose whatever money she get or anything like that, and her mother wanted her to move out, really. Okay? Her mother didn't know the cause of her anger, or she didn't know the cause of her mother's anger, anything like that. So we have numbers that can be part of anything, from license, door number, cell number, whatever this is, right? So we have that her mother was picking people in the order of, and because of, or in jail, because this is a jail card or a job card. She wanted to know if her mother did it. Did she make the decision? Did she call the police or anything like that? Or her mother asked her, did she do something, whatever it was. No more trying to impress her mother. She wanted to know, did her mother do it? Did you call? Did you call to replace me? Did you call the police and say you want to go in it? Or her mother said something to her. Did she do something? Whatever it was. And her mother didn't want to impress. Okay? So, right here, her mother was going to take all her power back. Miss Craig's mother. And get away from the idiot. And at the time, Miss Craig was the idiot. Follow me? Because evidence showed her mother, whatever her mother's name is, right, that it was all about regular money that Miss Craig was getting. Follow me? Yeah. Let's just go. Okay, let's see. Universe, you know all about it. So Miss Craig might have been hanging around a sinful place. Club, bar, treatment center, rehabilitation, Alcoholics Anonymous, hospital, courthouse, police station. Did I leave any out? Stores, gas stations, any kind of place where got a bunch of stuff going on. Miss Craig, not her mother. Okay, these are noisy. I meant to say if I didn't. Okay, let's just flow. The first card is what? It's evident that Miss Craig was concerned about regular money that was coming. And that would be money I feel she is getting for her mother. Any kind of money that was coming for her mother. Because I feel she is the caregiver, something to her mother. Anything like that. But it says right here, all her leaders, her God. Because so with this card right here, her mother would be considered a leader. But she wasn't going to let her mother be her God. Follow me and listen to what her mother's saying. When she molded to a religion, whatever the religion say. Because we have Christian religion saying you must honor your parents. But she wasn't going to be molded by that religion. She wasn't going to honor her parents because she murdered her mother. And treated her like a piece of garbage, right? Universe wanted her to put the brakes on it. Treating her mother like a piece of garbage. Get what I'm saying? Universe wanted her to let go of destruction, Miss Craig. Because she is holding on to a corrupt pain. Follow me? She didn't see her mother's worth. Miss Craig didn't. Or her mother didn't see her worth and her ambition. Take it however it goes. We got another card. She didn't look at her mother as worthy to still have a life, to live. She didn't see her mother's worth. Because she is dealing with a dangerous love, a Pied Piper. Miss Craig, a man who had a lot going on. Follow me? So she rose to the occasion to be her mother at a home game. Because right here, her mother needed a miracle. Right here. That had faithful go on have a miracle because she is going to be her mother at her own game. Because her mother was going to replace her with another nurse or caregiver. Or her mother was going to go inside some facility. That means she would lose her money. Gradually, a court date is coming up for Miss Craig and her daughter. Because what she did was put her mother in a funeral parlor. That's what she did. And also, this is a treatment center. So maybe she was in treatment before. Wherever she lived, and that was Prince George's County. So we have right here that she had no more time for lack from her mother. Because the top card, I think, says she is dealing with regular money. So she had no more time for lack. Her mother to be trying to stop money from coming because she needed the money to keep flowing. Or her mother didn't have no more time for lack. Here another money card back to back. She wanted gold. That's money because she is dealing with a biller. Whoever this man is that was animalistic. She owed money to. So we have right here any deterrent that caused her a dysfunction in the AM. Miss Craig needed to stay away from. Follow me? That means whoever this man is. Follow me? So it says right here, did you do it? She's asking her mother, did she do it? Maybe the man asking her, did she do it? Or she asked her mother, did she do it? Or she asked her daughter, did she do it? Or the mother asked her, did she do it? Whoever asked, right? Because there was no more time for trying to impress. She wasn't trying to impress her mother anymore. Her mother wasn't trying to impress her. This man wasn't trying to impress her or anything like that. Somebody wanted to know, did somebody do something? Did she do it or whoever do it? Did whatever. Go ahead and begin. She's going to go ahead and begin. Follow me? If she didn't do it. Anything like that. So it says right here, this is the card picking certain people card. Like for jobs, jail, trafficking, or anything like that. So somebody was picking certain kind of people. See, it's back to back in the order of jobs, trafficking, or jail. Follow me? So I got to put them together. Either she was, her mother was. So her mother might have been trying to pick somebody else to replace her. She didn't know the cause of her daughter, Miss Craig's anger or her mother's anger. We got numbers, could be part of anything from a license to whatever, right? Because her mother was opinionized. If Miss Craig was even work worthy. Because Miss Craig, I think, was taking some kind of drugs. Follow me? Something was going on with Miss Craig. Opinionized. So we have a man that was animalistic, fighting, controlling, dominating, fussing, or whatever toward Miss Craig. Because maybe he the biller and she owed him money. So she decided to wash her hands on an African American, and that would be her mother. But she needed to do some kind of soul searching and check herself. Because maybe her mother was trying to stop the money up there, the first card. So flames were sparked. You can't see it, they light green flames were sparked. And her mother captured the flames. Miss Craig's mother, that is, right? because temporarily she abused her power with her mother. Miss Craig did, with her own mother. Her mother is the boss in charge of her. Her mother had a sixth sense about it all, that her daughter probably was taking drugs or something's wrong with her daughter, or her daughter was stealing from her or whatever. I don't see any theft cards, so let me not say that. I do see a drug card though, right? Some kind of addiction card, right? So I can stick with that. Her mother had a sixth sense. Something ain't right. Camouflage wouldn't help for her mother. She knew something wasn't right. Get what it's saying? So she was hand in hand with the enemy. Her daughter was the enemy at that time. But she was wishing for a good decision. But her daughter wanted her inheritance. Her daughter wanted what she felt was owed her. She wants the money. I want to be paid. I want my money. Follow me? She want to be paid. So she feel like she don't want her mother to put somebody else in a place of her because she feels she owed that money. I'm your daughter. I need to make that money. Or she didn't want her to go in a facility and give them the money because she feel like it's her inheritance. She's supposed to get that money. Get what it's saying? She want for her credits all she did and all she have done over the years, or she will do, or whatever. So maybe her mother, I don't know her mother's name, Miss Craig's mother. Was saying what she was saying. And Miss Craig said, yeah, me too. Or it might have been vice versa, however it's going. She didn't want to settle for less. Miss Craig's mother. Because she felt like her daughter had some kind of cheating ways here. As far as money, or not giving her the right care, whatever. Or she felt like her mother was having cheating ways because her mother was trying to replace her and not give her money. Or there's a man who she dealing with over here that's animalistic, that want his money, feel like she got cheating ways, and he want his money from her, whatever's going on. So we have that her mother needed to get away from her, get away from Miss Craig, because right then Miss Craig was the idiot on this card, right? And her mother needed to take power back from her daughter, Miss Craig. Miss Craig was the idiot in this situation. But also Miss Craig was dealing with this man over here, a drug dealer, or whoever this man is over here. If he ain't a drug dealer, he's somebody over here who's a biller, who want money from her. She need to take her power back from him and get away from him. So we have right here that she came in with rage toward her mother, where her mother was saying, no, I can't, I won't, I'm not, anything like that. But she came in with rage. Follow me? Miss Craig toward her mother. And over here, this man might have came toward Miss Craig with rage. So he might have came toward her with rage, right? And she was saying no to him. But with her mother, she was going toward her mother with rage. And her mother was saying, no, no more, I can't, I won't, or whatever her mother was saying. I'm not changing my mind, or whatever her mother was saying. So we have right here that she liked to have fun and dress, or her mother did. Miss Craig or Miss Craig's mother did. I just don't know which one. So we have right here transporting of drugs. So some kind of way this man might have transported drugs to Miss Craig, or Miss Craig might have been giving her mother medication. So that means she transporting drugs to her mother because her caregiver giving her medication, or transporting the drugs with her and this man over here. Follow me? Might have been going on where he was giving her drugs, selling her drugs, or anything like that. Or Miss Craig's mother might have didn't want an infection, or she might have gave up mother an infection, or anything as far as an infection. Or with this man over here, it could have been some kind of infection got transferred to him, or anything like that. However it's flowing, right? Or it can just be transporting a drug. He got a nerve putting me on trial, so that would be this man over here maybe putting her on trial, as far as whatever he putting on trial about and fussing about. And she feel he got a nerve. So we have talking will be the only way for her to heal, and inviting a healing. That would be from Miss Craig. for whatever problem she got with her mother. Okay. She want to know that her mother really cared and what was inside the doors of the mind of her mother. But maybe her mother felt that way about her. Okay. Or this man, whoever she is connected to over here, because it says right here, I have skills, I'm ruined here. You can't buy me. So this actually goes with when you got a job and you leaving, but it seemed like to me in the storyline, her mother wasn't trying to hold on to her. It seemed like her mother wanted her to leave, so I need to twist it around to her mother. You not being available to me. I'm just going to hire somebody else. And here would be Miss Craig trying to convince her mother to hold on to her. And her mother saying, no, never mind. I'm just gonna hire somebody else or anything like that. I had to change the card around because it seemed like her mother was trying to replace her. This card usually mean when you got a job and you leaving a job on your own, but it seemed like her mother was trying to replace her. Her mother wasn't trying to hold on to her, look like. So I had to switch it around. So it says right here, I have a chance at love. So she had a chance at love. Miss Craig with this man over here, whoever he is. Or just to love her own self, right? And God said she need to step into her queenship to love herself, because dealing with this man, he was controlling and everything. So it shouldn't be him. It should be to love her own self. So we have release your loved one. It say release your loved one. It's okay. You are still here. Enjoy your life. So it says she is hanging around a sinful place with glass doors. Bars, clubs, drug treatment, rehabilitation, Alcoholics Anonymous, jails, wherever she was, hospital, somewhere she was hanging around. Right? So we have right here, she is sadistic and she needs some kind of soul support. And we have right here, warrant was coming for her to be arrested, and it happened. She got arrested. So I'm going to leave it at that. God saying for she had a chance to love her own self. But right here, her mother was trying to let her go. Usually this can't mean somebody trying to hold on to you, but her mother was letting her go. Get what I'm saying? Her mother wanted somebody new to be the caregiver, or her mother was trying to get a caregiver in the house, while her mother wanted to go inside a place. Get what I'm saying? And she felt like she was going to be losing her money, because we got this man over here who wants to be paid because she got some kind of habit going up the other one, right? Her mother, she is abusing her power with her mother, but her mother wasn't giving in. Her mother didn't know the cause of her anger, but the cause of her anger was she wanted her mother money to keep on flowing in her hands, and her mother trying to change things around. So she decided to wash her hands on an African American. That would be her mother. Her mother was hand in hand with the enemy. Her mother had a sixth sense. Something was wrong with her daughter. Something ain't right. She on something or whatever she thought. Camouflage wouldn't work, because temporarily her daughter abused her power big time. Flames were sparked and her mother captured the flames. You know what that means, right? She needed to check herself, because you're dealing with your mother. Last I checked, you don't tell your mother what to do. Your mother tell you. Your mother brought you behind in the world. Like I said, the other one is, I don't know if she is adopted, right? Because an adoption card in there, but that don't necessarily mean she's adopted. It could just stand for the state got her now. That means the state is her parent. Get what I'm saying? The state is her parent now, because that's the adoption card. Either she's adopted or the state is her parent now. Get what I'm saying? That card got to go one way or the other. The state is her parent, where now they're going to be controlling her and telling her what to do, like they her parent. The other side says parents. Well, finding my parents even matter. That's for somebody who adopted. So she could have been adopted, and this lady could have been her adopted mother, or it could be where she wasn't adopted, and we got the state over here. That means one side is for her daughter and one side is for her, if it's that card. If it's for that That means her daughter might not get to see her no time soon and not know where her mother at, or finding my parents even matter. That would be for her daughter, Miss Hardy, because she won't know where her mother at. Will finding my mother even matter? Because she still won't be in jail, but will finding my mother even matter? Because she in jail. The other side could just go for Miss Craig. That is the state adopting her and taking her on under their wing to take care of her like a parent do. Get what I'm saying? Or she is adopted, one or the other. Okay, that's what that card. So that's what I'm getting with this storyline. Her being all on what she on, and she want that money to keep flowing. She owing this man, hanging around this place, on drugs. Her mother wasn't giving in, and that wasn't So yeah, that's her mother's money though. Like I say, if you need to move on out, people need to move and go about their business. You don't sit there and get to control your parents, take over their homes. You some full-grown person. Because it says she's 44 years old. And if she wasn't even 44, even if you're a teenager, you don't get to control your mother's house. When you feel you want to tell your mother what to do, you need to get out. There's the door. Get out and stay out. If once you start trying to tell your mother what to do, it's time for you to get out the door. Because last I checked, your mother pushed your behind out. You didn't push your mother out. That's the bracelet one.